What's going on YouTube? FitnessKensho here. Today we are talking about legs. Today we're going to give you a good exercise that's going to pretty much completely isolate each of your quadriceps. Now we're talking about the Jefferson squats. If you've never heard of the Jefferson squat, it's not a popular movement that a lot of people do. Reason why, in my opinion, I think a lot of females don't know about this actual movement because they don't see it that much in the gym, and a lot of guys don't do it because it requires you to have a lot of hip mobility and actually to perform this movement. So what you're going to need obviously is going to be a barbell, standard barbell on the ground. Don't even have to load it with too much weight because obviously when it comes to isolating stuff and doing unilateral movements, you want to just pretty much isolate that single muscle group and try to feel it as much as you can. Also, this is a tough movement. It's not like a regular squat where you're pretty much loading, you have the bar on your back and you can pretty much throw as much weight as possible. This one is a little more complicated. So the setup is very important. Where you place your feet is very important to actually make sure that you are going to be able to execute this movement effectively. So the best way you want to do is that you want to pretty much be over the bar and position your feet in a perfect L. Put them as closely as possible. Then take a step forward, out, and then the other foot take a step forward, but you still have an L. You just have a bigger L, but your feet are still positioned in the L position. Now try to come down and see if you can actually grab the bar. If you can't grab the bar directly, like trying to reach for it as you come down, try to pretty much come into like maybe a sumo stance and then try to get your body together and then grab it. But if you can't come down and grab the bar, that means your positioning on your feet are wrong. You're not going to be able to complete the set if you have any type of discomfort either in your knees, your ankle, or even in your hips. So you want to position your feet in a position where when you come down, your knees are aligned with the direction of your feet. If your knees are not aligned with the direction of your feet, you are going to feel discomfort in your knee and possibly in your ankle and maybe in your hips as well. And this is going to feel all fucked up and you're not going to want to do the movement. You're going to give up midway. It's happened to me plenty of times before when I first started doing this exercise because it's not an easy one, guys. So once you get the feet position down packed, what you want to do is that you're going to pretty much do this movement on each leg. And the reason why is because this particular movement, in my opinion, even though you're going to see the entire leg contract from the hamstrings, from the glutes, the quads, it does engage your core because you have to keep that chest upright as well. As a full body movement, in my opinion, the main focus is going to be the quad, especially the upper part of the quad, where a lot of people kind of neglect. It's easy to get the lower part of the quad, which is, just from doing squats and a couple of leg extensions here and there. But if you want to focus on the upper part of the quad, this exercise is amazing because now when you come down, you're pretty much bringing that bar, you're keeping it right under the leg that's in front, right? You're keeping it right under the leg that is front, coming up, and then coming up and squeezing, and all the tension is going to be on that one leg that's facing in front of the bar. So this movement is definitely amazing for the quad development. Again, it's a little more advanced for beginners. If you want to give it a try, go right ahead. But I'll guarantee you that it's going to be a difficult one, and you may not like it if if you fail a couple of times. Just keep going at it. One thing that I would suggest is that I would suggest anyone to warm up their hips. Use the adductor machine just to warm up this area, your glutes as well. Do a couple of stationary lunges just to warm up here as well. And maybe do just some sumo squats or some goblet squats to warm up the hips coming down real smoothly so that this is a little more easier for you guys to execute, all right? So that's the Jefferson squat. If you do like the tutorial, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. A lot of more tutorials coming soon. I got a lot more information as far as what I'm doing with my diet plan in the next few weeks before I start doing my bulk. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. You guys take care.